Hello, humans! It's me again, and today I have more of The Legend of Zelda Burned, and it's a pretty long part, so I hope you guys can handle this. Okay, so last time there was a nacho cheese incident, and then Princess Zelda was questioning everything she ever believed in. Well, this time we're going back to look at what Nobu, Link, and Keiko are doing, because they're surely up to something, and that something is the Faron Woods Temple. So, Part 13. The Faron Woods Temple was built in a medium-sized hill underneath a large oak tree. Though the large oak appeared to be ill and dying, the roots of the tree helped hold the thick ceiling together. Hey, look! This barely looks like a temple, Nobu said. Oh, ha! Link asked. Actually, this is a rather old temple, Din said. How old? Keiko asked. Probably over 300 years old, and over time, it has been filled out with monsters. It's like a hideout for them since the Highlands haven't tended to it in ages, Din said. Wow, you're a very smart fairy. How do you know so much? Keiko asked. Well, fairy school, I guess, Din said. Yeah! Link grunted. Right, Link, please take the lead. We have no weapons and you do, Keiko said. Link paused in the doorway of the temple, making dramatic faces before entering. The others followed. Upon entering the temple, the group noticed that some roots from the tree had grown too long and hung in a tangled mess just above their heads. The ground was slightly sandy in some places, but was damp and smelled of rot in other places. Yuck! No wonder monsters like this place! Nobu cried out. Ew! Link said. I agree with Link, Keiko said. Nah, Link said. So, what do we do now that we are inside this temple? Nobu asked. There are 3 switches before you. If each of you steps on a switch, the door in the center of the room will open, Din said. Thanks, fairy, Nobu said. You heard her, Link. Step on a switch, Keiko commanded. Link went and stood on one, and Nobu and Keiko took to the other switches. A jingling noise occurred and the middle door opened up. Na 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 na! Link said. He ran ahead of the others and entered the next room. The others joined him. There were 3 Octoroks chilling in the room. Ugh! Link grunted. He took out his sword and shield and readied it. Go, Link! Nobu cried out. Keiko watched, hiding behind Nobu. Link deflected the attacks and took out the first Octorok. The other 2 fired at him, so he quickly turned around and deflected their shots again. He defeated yet another Octorok. After that, he did the same thing again to defeat the final Octorok. Na na na! Link said as a little fragile key dropped in front of Keiko. A key? What? Keiko said. There is a locked door. Use the key to unlock it, Din said. Keiko stooped and picked up the key, holding it above her head before using it in the locked door. Na 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 na! Link said, clapping and drooling. Link, please go first. It'd be awful to see Nobu get attacked because he is unarmed, Keiko said. Link said. Then he nodded his head. He stepped through the door first, and nothing happened until the other 2 entered after him. The door shut behind them. Suddenly, a bunch of monsters dropped down from the root-covered ceiling and landed before them. Link, help! Nobu cried out. Link nodded his head and took out his sword. The monsters that dropped were 5 fire moa, which could only be seen by their trails of flames. Who knows how they didn't burn the roots? An angry cuckoo, a bubble, and 5 Pul's voice. Nobu had never seen such monsters before and thought them to be quite a random group. In fact, a cuckoo cannot be defeated. They had no arrows to defeat the bubble, and the pole's voice kept leaping around and hurting them. Link had an idea though, for once. He pulled out his music player and played Untitled very loudly. The pole's voice were stunned by the loud noise, which gave him the chance to attack them. Keiko went for the cuckoo, grabbing it and trying to calm it down as it tried to peck her flesh off. Still, there was the bubble and the 5-fire moa. Link swung his sword at the trails of flame, hoping to hit them. It wasn't until he got burned a few times that he was able to defeat the moa. The bubble, though, that one annoying bubble, it seemed to be laughing at them, taunting them because they couldn't defeat it. Hey, Link, I think some chests are appearing, Nobu called out. Link looked over, and 3 medium-sized chests were appearing. Ooh, Link said. Keiko set down the finally calmed cuckoo and joined the other 2 at the chests. Link opened one and found a boomerang. Nobu opened one and found a shield. Keiko opened hers and found a sword. Looks like we can help fight now, Nobu said. He was slightly disappointed that he was given a shield and not a sword. Keiko was the same age as him, so why couldn't he be trusted with a sword too? Nah, 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 Link said. He tossed his new boomerang and took the skull out of the flames. Keiko quickly finished it off with her new sword. Wow, this is a cool sword, Keiko said. You know how to use it already? Din asked from her pocket. Yep, I'm a Gerudo. I was born to fight, Keiko said proudly. What use am I? I still have no weapons, Nobu said. Nobu, being a protector is important too. No one would survive without protection, Din said. True, I'm just tired of always being thought of as the weak little brother. I have a higher IQ than Link and he has a sword, Nobu said. Hwah! Link asked. Wisdom, power, and courage are equal, Din said. Can I keep the cuckoo? Keiko asked. Nah, nah, Link said, shaking his head. But the cuckoo likes me. It could have killed me if I wanted to, and it chose not to, Keiko said. Keiko can keep the cuckoo, Din said. Thanks, Fairy, Keiko said. She put the cuckoo in an adventure pouch that suddenly appeared around her waist. Come on, we best get moving if we want to find Din, Keiko said. There was a new door across the room from them that had appeared when the bubble was defeated. The group found themselves carefully walking across the rickety bridge, one at a time. Keiko crossed easily. There were plenty of bridges like this back in Gerudo Valley before Din accidentally destroyed it. Link had trouble as he kept trying to roll across and kept falling off the bridge. Each time, he would reappear at the end he started from. Nobu crossed cautiously as the bridge could have collapsed. When Link had finally made it across without rolling over the edge, the 3 were faced with a block puzzle maze. This looks tricky. Link, push the green blocks. Nobu, you get the blue ones. I'll get the red ones, Keiko decided. Alright, Nobu said. Yeah, Link said. The first block to push was a red one, so Keiko went and pushed it. The next 2 were green. Link pushed them. Then there were 3 blue ones, and Nobu was sent to push them. There was then 2 red ones for Keiko and 1 more green one for Link. They pushed their blocks and made it to the other side. Wow, that was easier than it looked, Keiko said. That's because all 3 of us worked together, Nobu said excitedly. Yeah, Link said. What's beyond this door? Keiko asked. You'll have to open it to find out, Din said. Keiko opened the door and the 3 went in. Sitting in the center of the room was a single Armos Knight. Around its neck it wore the boss key. Nobu was frightened that the Armos Knight was bigger than him. Link, I don't think it's active. Take the key from it. You're the tallest one, Keiko said. Link stepped forwards and reached up to grab the key. His right hand touched the stone body of the Armos Knight as he reached with his left hand. The statue changed from gray to blue, coming alive. Wah! Link cried out, tumbling away. Nobu stood in front of Link with his shield out. Link, throw your boomerang and see if you can stun the monster. I'll protect you with my new shield, Nobu said. Link smiled and tossed his boomerang. The Armos Knight jumped and got hit by the boomerang. It froze up and Keiko and Link rushed forwards and sliced at it with their swords. It recovered and started bouncing towards them again, so they ducked behind Nobu. The Armos Knight tried to hit them, but it only hit the shield, making a loud screeching noise. Link tossed his boomerang again and stunned the Armos Knight again. Keiko and Link attacked the Armos Knight again and it turned red. Leaping as far up as it could, it tried to crush all of them. The three jumped aside as the red Armos Knight came crashing down. The floor shook. And to think that this isn't the final room, Nobu said. Keiko and Link attacked the Armos Knight again, and it exploded into purple smoke. The boss key clattered to the ground. Yes! Now we can move on, Keiko said. Link grabbed the boss key and licked it. Ooh! Ah! Link said. His heart meter was beeping again. Link, you're low on health. Go crack open the provided pots to restore your health, Din said. Aww, Link said. He broke the pots with his sword and obtained more hearts for his health meter. After that, he opened the boss door with the boss key. Link, Keiko, and Nobu found themselves standing in a rather swampy-looking room, surrounded by sharp rocks. I don't see any monsters, Keiko said. The center of the room was filled with slimy green water. Suddenly, bubbles came up from the water. Oh, spoke too soon, Keiko said. Out of the water came a giant decaying log with sharp teeth and eyes. This boss is called Corrosilog. I don't know much more about it other than the fact that it stinks, Din said. Ew, Link said. Corrosilog sent out tentacle-like vines to attach itself to the roots that were sticking through the ceiling. Hey, I bet Link can use his boomerang to break those vines. Then Corrosilog will be within reach and we can attack it, Nobu said. Great idea. Go on, Link, Keiko said. Link aimed his boomerang at the vines and threw it. As predicted, the vines snapped. However, Link didn't get all the vines. Corrosilog opened its mouth and released a big ball of slime. Nobu knocked the slime back using his shield. While Corrosilog was distracted, Link cut down the rest of the vines using his boomerang. Corrosilog fell into the swampy water. Keiko and Link rushed into the water and attacked Corrosilog. Nobu watched and waited. He had nothing to do at the moment. Corrosilog knocked Keiko and Link away before reattaching itself to the ceiling. No way! That ugly monster reattached itself! Nobu cried out. Corrosilog shot another ball of slime at the group, and Nobu ran and knocked it back. Corrosilog screeched. Link threw his boomerang again and knocked out half the vines. Corrosilog shot another ball of slime and Nobu knocked it back again. Link knocked down the rest of the vines and Corrosilog fell again. Link and Keiko ran at it. Hey Link, think you can do that thing where you jump and jab your sword into the ground? Keiko asked. Link nodded his head and did the same move, but this time into Corrosilog. Keiko was slashing away at the same time. Corrosilog knocked them back again. This time, it was on its final stage. Rather than relying on the roots to suspend it, Corrosilog turned into a crocodile-like creature. It ran at the group and Nobu smashed its face with his shield. Corrosilog got angry and flailed, hitting Keiko with its tail. Keiko fell over. Her heart meter started beeping. Oh no! Keiko is in danger! Nobu said. Link threw his boomerang again and stunned the Corrosilog. While it was stunned, Link attacked it. Nobu went to Keiko and pulled her aside so she wouldn't get hurt again. Keiko, please be alright, Nobu said. I'll be alright. I'm a Gerudo. Keiko said. She stood. Her Triforce was glowing again, and so was Link's. Keiko rejoined Link, and together they defeated Corrosilog. Corrosilog screeched and flailed, but soon it turned into nothing more than a pile of soggy, decaying wood. A ball of red glow popped out of the pile. Keiko pulled Din out of her pocket and allowed her to touch the ball. Din absorbed the power ball and instantly gained more strength. She found herself able to fly, and she was now mostly pink instead of mostly white. Thank you, you guys are such heroes, Din said. I don't have all of my power back yet, though. 3 heart containers appeared, one for each of them. When they each took their own heart container, their hearts were refilled. The water gathered in the room, dried up, and the large oak became healthy again. Yeah! Yeah! Link cried out. Link's right. You were amazing out there, Keiko, Nobu said. Keiko blushed and looked away. The group left the temple in search of the next one. And that was the end of this part. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And if you did, give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think in the comments. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I have lots more of the story to tell you guys, but I can only give it to you guys if you actually like this. So, that's all. Bye.